Hi, welcome to Future Technos. Today, I'm going to walk you through the brand new Lenovo ThinkPad X13 for 2023. Lenovo sent this unit over for review, and honestly, I was pretty excited to try it out. The reason is simple. I actually owned an older ThinkPad X13 years ago. That was a 6th gen Intel model, and I used it for school. I loved it because it was extremely portable, light, and easy to carry around from class to class. When Lenovo asked me if I wanted to check out this latest version, I didn't even hesitate. I said yes right away because ThinkPads are not just laptops, they're tools that you know you can trust. This lineup is called the X series. Lenovo makes a few different families of ThinkPads, each serving a slightly different purpose. The T series is great for general professional use, giving you a balance of features and durability. The P series is for workstation-level power, aimed at engineers, designers, or anyone who needs very high performance. The X series, which we're looking at today, is all about portability. These laptops are slim, light, and easy to take anywhere, yet they still keep the signature ThinkPad durability and keyboard quality that people love. The selling point of the ThinkPad X13 isn't about having flashy extras. You won't find a massive 5000 nit touchscreen or an ultra-powerful RTX graphics card inside. That's not what this machine is about. The core appeal here is that this is a true ThinkPad, built for professionals, students, and people who just want to get work done. It's the type of laptop you can throw into your bag without thinking twice. It's reliable, rugged, and made for productivity. If you've ever worked on a ThinkPad before, you'll know exactly what I mean. One of the first things that strikes you about the X13 is just how light it is. Despite having an all-metal chassis, it barely weighs anything. You can easily compare it to something like a MacBook Air in terms of portability. At 13 inches, it's literally the size of a notebook, and it feels just as portable. That's why it works so well for students moving between classes, or professionals heading from meeting to meeting. And of course, being a ThinkPad, it comes with the legendary keyboard. ThinkPad keyboards are widely considered the best you can get on a laptop. The key travel feels just right, and typing on it is incredibly comfortable. You also get the iconic red trackpoint nib in the middle of the keyboard, along with dedicated buttons for it. If you've used one before, you know how handy it is. You also have a modern touchpad as expected. It's a setup that balances tradition and practicality. The design hasn't changed too much over the years. At first glance, this X13 looks very familiar to the one I had several years ago. That's not a negative, though. It's intentional. ThinkPads stick to a very specific design language because it works. Over time, Lenovo does refine small details, like the finish, the speakers, or the materials. This version looks and feels a little more premium compared to the older models, with better speakers and a sleeker fit and finish. But overall, it keeps that no-nonsense, professional look that ThinkPads are known for. This particular unit comes with a 1200p display. It's bright enough for daily use, and it delivers solid clarity. Under the hood, it's equipped with 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's important to note because the RAM is soldered onto the board. In other words, you can't upgrade it later. You need to buy the configuration you'll want to stick with. Storage is handled by a 512GB NVMe drive, and interestingly, Lenovo includes an extra slot for another one. That means you can expand your storage easily if you need more space, which is a great touch on such a small machine. For the processor, this unit is running Intel's 13th generation low-power chip, specifically the Core i7-135U. It's not the most powerful processor available, but it's designed to balance performance and battery life. You still get good performance for day-to-day work, but the real benefit is efficiency. If you want maximum power, you'd look at Intel's P or H series chips. But for a slim, portable laptop like this, the U series makes sense. It gives you enough speed without killing your battery. In daily use, I found this processor to be surprisingly capable. It handles productivity tasks easily, things like document editing, browsing, video calls, or streaming content. You can even push it with some heavier workloads, and it holds up well, though of course it's not meant to replace a workstation. For its category, it's a solid performer. The build quality is excellent. It's matte black, textured, and feels premium while also resisting fingerprints. It's not the shiny, delicate type of finish that makes you worry about smudges or scratches. It's the kind of laptop that looks professional, feels durable, and still manages to be light and compact. Now, let's talk about ports. For a laptop this thin, the port selection is actually impressive. On the right side, you get a full-size USB-A port, which is becoming rarer these days, a full-size HDMI port, and a Kensington lock slot. On the left side, you'll find two USB-C ports, one of which supports power delivery and video output, plus another USB-A port and a headphone microphone jack. That's a lot of connectivity for a 13-inch Ultrabook. It means you don't have to live the dongle life as much as you might with other thin laptops. This is the foundation of what makes the X13 appealing. It's light, portable, built to last, and full of practical details. It doesn't try to wow you with over-the-top specs or gimmicks. Instead, it focuses on what actually matters for professionals and students: reliability, usability, and portability.